Before we investigate the revelation of the story of Noah, I want to first make known something God was clandestinely doing from the beginning of creation. He was making sure a record of the names of every father in the lineage of the coming Messiah was kept. Subsequently, the complete genealogy of Jesus Christ is documented in the Bible, which spans the first 4,000 years of mankind. This is a remarkable achievement if you think about it, for no other complete genealogy of anyone else from the beginning of time has survived that length of history. God certainly did not need to give mankind an undying witness of his son's bloodline from Adam, yet it is just another piece of evidence of the Bible's amazing nature. But in addition to simply keeping track of the patriarchal genealogy of Jesus Christ, here is what else God was doing with those fathers. He would deliberately pick certain ones to control specific events in their life in which the specific details of the events secretly prophesied about his future plans for his spirit children in the game of life. To be more exact, the prophetic details always concerned the two comings of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, and the what he would do and the when of those two comings. But here is what is even more remarkable. The number of the patriarch God was using to prophesy through in the enumerative genealogy of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, had prophetic significance with respect to what God was foretelling through their life. I know this is all dizzying to comprehend, but this is where the Bible takes a detour from all other books and becomes noticeably divinely inspired. For instance, the seventh father on the direct genealogical descent to Jesus was a man named Enoch. He was born in the 622nd year after creation, which would have been around 3,350 BC. Can you envisage the time? There has been no Noah, no global flood, no Abraham, no Jacob, no nation of Israel, no Moses, no David, no Daniel, no Jesus, no book of Revelation, no Bible. There has only been the dreadful day of sin in the Garden of Eden and Adam still walking on earth to talk with firsthand about it. In this setting and this time period, probably in the area of Mesopotamia, do you know what God was prophesying through Enoch? Listen. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed. Jude 1:14-15. Is that not amazing? God was already telling of the Messiah, Christ's second coming. In other words, God was speaking through Enoch about the event that would kick off the seventh day, or year 6000 of his 7,000-year plan. Do you know what is going to happen? God gave a secret prophetic clue to the people of Enoch's day through a supernatural event he controlled in Enoch's life, namely, the way he took him from the earth. Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and he was not found, because God had translated him. For before his translation, he had his testimony that he pleased God. Hebrews 11:5. Wow! The word translated is from the Greek word metatithemi, meaning to change from one place or position to another, to bring back, to take away. Do you see? God was foreshadowing, through Enoch's translation, the way in which he would snatch away all the godly people from off the face of planet Earth at Christ's second coming. See, friend, there will be people living on Earth around AD 2028 who will never physically die. Their spirit and body will just vanish, change during the second advent. Now look, God could have translated the third, fourth, fifth, ninth, or any other numbered father in the patriarchal lineage of the coming Messiah, but he chose the seventh. Why? Because through this detail, he was again secretly revealing and confirming the timing of Christ's second coming to earth to begin the millennial Sabbath day reign, i.e., at the start of the seventh millennial day. Therefore, this small, seemingly insignificant detail actually reinforced God's 7-day, 7,000-year plan for mankind's time on earth, which he had secretly foretold from creation in the 7-day creation event. Digressing, how do you suppose Enoch, living 2,000 years before Moses received the 10 love commandments on Mount Sinai, knew what constituted ungodly deeds? What are ungodly deeds? Well, since God is love, then they must be unloving deeds. And what are these? They are the deeds, works of disobeying the 10 love commandments, i.e., murder, blasphemy, idolatry, thievery, lying, etc. See, Enoch's words are proof again that all mankind has known the difference between good and evil, as outlined by obedience or disobedience to the 10 love commandments, respectively. And Enoch was prophesying that God will execute judgment on these ungodly people living on earth at Christ's second coming. If you want to know more about what these ungodly people are like, what they do, read Jude's short biblical letter noting how Enoch knew all about them by prophesying of these. Incidentally, did you notice why God translated Enoch? It was because while he lived on earth, his deeds, works, pleased God. How do you suppose a person pleases God? Friend, there is only one way, and that is by living your earthly life in obedience to his 10 love commandments. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. 1 John 3:22. See, friend, Enoch knew God's 10 love commandments, and he obeyed them. That is why he pleased God, and that is why God translated him. And only those people who live like Enoch will be translated off earth's surface at the day of Christ's second coming.
Let me ask you a question you probably never pondered. Why did God create the world in 6 days? Do you think he had no logic, motive, or purpose behind using that specific number of days? Do you think he just placed a bunch of numbers in a hat and nonchalantly drew one? Or do you believe the cosmos required that precise number of days to be completed, as if God could not have created it in 1, 2, 5, or any other number of days? Friend, you should know better. God can do anything. Which brings us back to the original question. Why did God create the world in 6 days? The answer to this mystery is contained in the Bible, and its gradual, albeit secret, uncovering in story after story leads to the stunning prophetic title of Gabriel Ansley Erb's book, Undeniable Biblical Proof Jesus Christ Will Return to Planet Earth exactly 2,000 years after the year of his death. But far more important than merely discovering this fact, Gabriel's book will fully elucidate and crush all confusion concerning what a person must do to obtain eternal life. For it will illuminate the true spiritual meaning behind every detail God controlled to happen in the ancient Bible stories. So sit back and hold on, because Gabriel's message is going to be a life-changing ride. Order your copy today in paperback or ebook form from Amazon.com.